All right, so this is going to be the 2-year follow-up on the Allen Sports bike rack. The model on this one is actually 542RR, and it's the 4-bike holder. I've seen a lot of comments and some people have asked some questions about it. I read some of the Amazon reviews that some people sent to me, and I'm just going to give you my version of it and how it's held up for me. So first things on this thing is that it's been stored 100% outside. I never put it away in the shed, in the garage. It either has a bike on it and it's outside, or it's sitting on the side of the house out in the sun. I live in Texas. It's 100 degrees, and some of the wear that's happened from that is, like, you'll see the sticker, it's basically falling off. A little bit of fading on it. But other than that, it's actually held up very, very well. There's no rust, at least no visible rust that I can see. And my main worry from it sitting outside and I guess not taking care of it very well was going to be that these straps are going to deteriorate or, you know, fray up and basically fall apart. But that hasn't happened. So the rubber's still good. The straps are all still good. One thing I did want to address, I actually got a comment about it today on the last video, was it got stuck in someone's hitch. And the reason for that is because the part that goes in the receiver is actually a little bit rounded. If you push it in too far before you line up the bolt and it goes all the way in, that curved part gets stuck in your receiver. If that does happen to you, just spray some lubricant in there, PB Blast or something like that, and then rock it back and forth side to side and it'll come back out. It actually happened to me one time. But other than that, some of the other things were that the rack was, the top part was bending. As you can see, it's not bent. No issues there. The most inconvenient part of this rack, of this bike rack so far, is the bolt, because when I want to take the rack off, I got to have tools. I got to have, you know, 3/4 inch socket and 3/4 inch wrench, just to pull it off and take it apart. So there are times when I guess I'm lazy and I'm going somewhere, I'll just throw a regular pin in there, and what that does is allows it to move a little more, but it still works fine. And I guess if somebody wanted to take your bike rack when you're parked somewhere, which I don't really park anywhere, I don't go inside a store when I have my bike on it, then it'd be easier for them to take, rather than them having to have tools to get your bike rack off. But if they want your bike, they're gonna just, you know, take the straps off if you don't have a cable lock going all the way through it. But yeah, like I said, I've had this for almost 3 years. I did the video 2 years ago, and the rack has held up great. I mean, in my opinion, in my experience, and I physically actually have the rack, it's held up great. So if you're questioning buying it, I don't know if they changed the way they made them, or I don't know if anybody has any other experiences. They have heavier bikes, maybe that's why they're bending it. But like I said, I've had 5 bikes on here and the top rack's not bent at all. So for the money, like I said, if it was $100, it was a great purchase. It does what it's supposed to do. Like I said, I don't take very good care of it. I leave it outside and I just don't put it away. I don't clean it. I don't even know if people do clean them, but for the money, $100, it's still in good shape. It still does what it's supposed to do. The straps are still in good shape. The rubber's still in good shape. Pins still go in and out pretty easy. Nothing's broke. It's been a great rack. So if you have any other experiences, go ahead and share with me. I mean, I didn't mind looking up the reviews. I didn't mind seeing some of the pictures that people posted. But some things are situational based. So if someone has 5 heavy bikes on here or 4 heavy bikes on here and they're going on an off-road trail that's constantly bumping, I mean, there's a chance that they might bend this down depending on how heavy the bikes are. Me personally, I've been to places like Colorado Bend, and you got to drive off-road and there's little dips and crossings, and I haven't had any issues with that. So like I said, if anybody else has any stories with these or any experiences, good or bad, drop it below. Thanks for watching, guys.